Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to explore how layers and opacity work in Doodly.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
Today, we're going to review one of the basic concepts of building your whiteboard videos in Doodly: layers. Layers allow you to organize your elements, ensuring that your objects appear in the right order. We'll also go over Doodly's opacity settings, which control the transparency of all of the different elements. Understanding how these two functions work together can help you avoid frustration, and they can help you create interesting visual effects. As you'll see here, I have a cake with 2 layers on it, and this bar behind my title text, and it's slightly transparent. Layers would be these 3 different elements, 1, 2, 3. And opacity would be this black bar, and how you can either see through it or not see through it depending on the settings that you've created. Let's start with layers. So the back layer always draws first. So whichever is on the top here is going to be the first thing that draws. Everything kind of stacks on top of it. So the bar is on top of the cake, and then the text is on top of the bar. You can switch them around. So now you see my lady is behind my little screenshot because I moved her behind it. And then now I'm bringing her back to the front. Okay, so play around with that and get comfortable with it. You know, sometimes you're going to want her to be the first thing you see, but then the screenshot comes on and covers her up, and it can be a little frustrating. To work around that, you know, maybe you have to resize the screenshot so that her whole body is there if you wanted her to be first. But if you were fine putting the screenshot on first and then having her come on next, and that looks nice with her slightly in front of it. One of the things I love to do with layers is take an image and split it into 2 separate images. So you'll see I have this pink flower is my original flower, and then I took this part out of it, this outline. I used a graphics design tool to just basically to remove these colors from it. Then once I brought them into Doodly, I went ahead and did my drawing paths on the outline. So the hand's going to draw this part. And then for my color portion, click the pencil icon and choose fade. And what's going to happen is my flower will start drawing on in black and white, and then the color will fade in nicely. We want them to line up perfectly. And one way that you can do that is to select them both, right click, align, align center, right click, align, align middle. And that'll get them perfectly lined up. Since they're selected together, I'm just going to move them here like so. Now let's take a look. So that's something fun that you can do with layers. Closely related, we have opacity. Let's get these kind of not lined up perfectly. Let's click the top one, which is the bottom in the list, but this is the one that's on top of the graphic. And let's turn its opacity down. So click the little gear icon and let's make it like 50%, and you can see through it. So if your graphics don't line up perfectly using the align tool, you can use this to get it just right, to eyeball it like so. And then when you're done, you just go back to the gear icon and turn the opacity back up. But that's not all you can do with opacity. So let's start talking about that. So I have this image, I've got a techie background and a robot. I like the blue in the robot matching the techie background a little bit, but it's kind of busy. He's kind of getting lost a little, and it looks a little too busy to me. So if I go to my background, hit the gear icon, and adjust the opacity, that will help that. Let's try 60%. Let me just select this part so you can see. And already it's looking better. We can even go a little bit more. The background's really not that important. It's just, we just want to give it a little something. So let's go down to 20%. And again, I'm going to hit the white so you can see the background in the robot better. And I like that. It's not nearly as busy, yet we still have the technical look to it. And then if I wanted, I could add a bunch of text here and it would look okay. It wouldn't be overwhelming. So let's do that. And that's what that looks like with the background turned down. Let's do one more element. So I had that black bar, so let's bring that in. This is just a shape that I made in another piece of software. Now, right now, this black bar is covering my robot, which is okay, but let's just do some more stuff here. Now, we can do a couple things. We can do both techniques we talked about. We can do opacity by turning this black bar down. Let's make it 80%. And now you can start to see his boots behind it so the robot doesn't get totally lost. So that's one option. Or we can adjust our layers and have this come in behind our robot, like so. And of course, I'm just going to do some adjustments real quick. Have it fade. It's going to be short. I want my robot also to fade. And also be really short. And that should be good enough. Let's take a look and then we'll be done. And there you have it. That's how you can use layers and opacity in Doodly. I hope this gives you some ideas. Thank you for watching.